Hi, my dear students. This is Suresh Kumar, your chemistry teacher. This is our channel, Suresh Kemina. Right. Today in this video, I would like to explain that characteristics of the solutions and also types of solutions. Right. First one, characteristics of solutions. Solution is a homogeneous mixture. It is a homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture means we have to take any sample in that mixture. Those samples having the same composition. Means, for example, in the sugar solution, we just collect the three samples from the sugar solution. First sample from the surface of the solution, second sample from the middle of the solution, and third sample from that bottom of the solution. Okay, then you can taste it those three samples. Those are having the same taste. Means the composition is same throughout that solution. That is called homogeneous mixture. And solution is a physical change. Means formation of the solution. Formation of solution is a physical change. But not a chemical change. But not a chemical change. Solute cannot be separated from the solution by using filtration method. Filtration method means if in case you can use the ultrafiltration also, we cannot separate those solute particles from the solution. Means we just imagine that how those particles are small. The particle size is very small. So the particle size is less than meter. Okay, nanometer. 1 nanometer means here n means 9. 10 to the power of minus 9 meters. These particles does not settle down in the solution. Okay, and solute particles can be separated from the solution by using crystallization or evaporation or distillation methods. If the solute having the non-volatile nature and the solvent having the volatile nature, you can easily separate those solute particles from the solution by using the evaporation method. Volatile means it can be easily evaporated, right, at least temperature. And the solute particles does not settle down. Does not settle down in the solution. and does not show the Tyndall effect. Does not exhibit the Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect means when the light can be passed through the true solution, we cannot observe the path of the light inside that solution. That phenomenon is known as a Tyndall effect. Okay, so it does not exhibit the Tyndall effect, and the properties of solution like density and vapor pressure and boiling point are depends upon the relative amount of solute and solvent. Relative of solute and solvent in the given solution, and the effect of the pressure on the solid solution is negligible. The effect of pressure on solid solution is negligible, right? Then after discussion about that types of solution, here first classification based upon nature of solvent. The solutions are classified into two types. First one is the aqueous solution. Okay, and second one is the non-aqueous solution. Aqueous solution, solvent is water. For examples, sugar plus water. Here water is the solvent. This is the aqueous solution. HCl solution, HCl plus water. Okay, here water is the solvent. This is called aqueous solutions. Here non-aqueous solution means solvent is other than water. Solvent is other than water. Next, if solvent is taken as a alcohol, solvent is alcohol, then the solution is called alcoholic solution. The solvent is ether. Then the solution is called ethanol. Solution. The solvent is liquid ammonia. Then the solution is called ammonical solution. And some of the other solvents are there. They are used in a chemical industry also. So the CCl4, carbon tetrachloride, and carbon disulfide, CS2, and benzene, C6H6. Okay, and liquid sulfur dioxide and acetic acid CH3CO OH etc. Okay, some of the solvents we are used in our daily life. For example, remove the paint stains. Paints. Okay, removing paints. We are using the solvent that is called turpentine. And grease stains. Removing grease stains. Using the solvent petrol and kerosene, like that. Ink stains. Removing the ink stains, you can use the borax solution. Borax Na2B4O7.8H2. And remove the rust. Use the oxalic acid. Right. Then the second classification, it is based on physical state. Here three types of solutions are there: solid solution, liquid solution, and also gaseous solution. I just draw a table. Types of solution: solute and solvent and example. Here solid solution, solute is solid, solvent is solid. So example, solid plus solid means alloys. Alloy means brass means copper, 80% of copper and 20% of zinc. Okay, bronze, 80% of copper and 20% of tin. Okay, you can easily remember this composition. Here brass starting with BB means copper is same. S, ending with S means tin is not there, means zinc. Here Z, zinc is not here, tin. Okay, this is the means these alloys. The properties of the brass is completely different to the properties of bronze. And liquid, solute can be taken as a liquid, and solvent is the same, solid. Then example, amalgam means like mercury in gold. So mercury is a liquid state, gold in a solid state. This can be, amalgam can be used in that dental filling, and gas solute, solvent is solid. Hydrogen absorbed on palladium, H2 absorbed on palladium, Pd. Pd is the metal, solid state. Hydrogen is the gas. Then after liquid solutions, liquid solution. Here solute, solid. Solvent, liquid. Okay, solid is present in liquid. Means salt plus water, sugar plus water. Here salt is the solid, water is the liquid, right? And liquid and liquid. Liquid in liquid means alcohol plus water, alcohol plus water, and gas in liquid. Okay, oxygen in water. Oxygen can be dissolved in the water. Oxygen plus water. Another example, soda water. In the soda water also, carbon dioxide gas can be dissolved in the water. That is called soda water. So that is the one of the example of liquid solution. Then after discussion about that gaseous solutions. Here solute is solid, solvent is gas. So solid is present in the gas substance. So camphor plus nitrogen gas, and liquid and gas means water vapor means moisture, okay, plus nitrogen, and gas in gas, nothing but air means any we take any gas means carbon dioxide plus nitrogen, like that. Air, simple you can say air is homogeneous, right? Then the third classification based on amount of the solute dissolved in the solution. Here three types of solutions are there: saturated solutions, unsaturated solutions, and also supersaturated solution. So first saturated solutions. Saturated solution means the solution which no more solute can be dissolved in it at a given temperature and pressure. That is called saturated solution. The solution in which no more solute can be dissolved in a solution at given temperature and pressure. That is called saturated solution. Okay, and second one is unsaturated solution. Unsaturated solution means the solution which can be dissolved some more solute in a solution. Okay, some more solute in it at a given temperature and pressure. That is called unsaturated solution. which dissolves some more solute at a given temperature and pressure is called unsaturated solution. And third one is the super saturated solution. Super saturated solution means the solution in which more amount of solute can be dissolved, means the solution which more amount solute can be dissolved than its saturated level when increasing the temperature and also pressure. Okay, the solution in which solute can be dissolved more than its saturated level when increasing the temperature and also pressure. That is called supersaturated solution. Simply it can be, these are three are explained with a simple example. This is the one of the beaker which contains 250 ml of water. The 250 ml of water can be have the capacity to dissolving 5 spoons of sugar into it. Okay, so 5 spoons అంటే షుగర్ని 250 ml వాటర్ డిజాల్వ్ చేసుకోవాలి. 5 స్పూన్స్ అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మనం ఒక 50 గ్రామ్స్ అనుకుందాం. ఓకే, 50 గ్రామ్స్ షుగర్ అనేది 50 గ్రామ్స్ ఆఫ్ షుగర్ అనేది కంప్లీట్గా డిజాల్వ్ అవుతుంది 250 ml వాటర్లో. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద కెపాసిటీ ఆఫ్ ద 250 ml of water. Means if in case you can add only 20 grams of sugar into it. మనం 50 grams యాడ్ చేయకుండా 20 grams మాత్రం యాడ్ చేసామండి. అంటే ఇది ఎంత కెపాసిటీ కలిగించుకోగలదు? 50 grams వరకు. బట్ హౌ మచ్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ sugar can be added to it? Only 20 grams. Means less than its saturated level. Means that is called unsaturated solution. మీరు 20 grams sugar యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఇది ఏమవుతుందంటే అన్సాచురేట్ అవుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు నో మోర్ షుగర్ కెన్ బి డిజాల్వ్డ్ అంటే మనం ఎంత 50 grams యాడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇంకా షుగర్ వేసినా కానీ దట్ షుగర్ డస్ నాట్ డిజాల్వ్ ఇన్ ఇట్ మీన్స్ ద షుగర్ కెన్ బి accumulated at the bottom of the beaker. It does not dissolve. That means that is called saturated. Here in those two cases, change the temperature and also pressure. At a given temperature and pressure only you can do this activity. If in case you can add some more salt, means 50 grams కదండి, ఇంకొక 10 grams యాడ్ చేశాను. 10 grams యాడ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏం చేశానంటే I just stirred the solution by using the stirrer. Then what will happen? The 10 grams solute, the 10 grams sugar can also be dissolved in this 250 ml of water when in the solution by using with the stirrer. In case I just add another 10 grams of sugar to the same solution, 250 ml water. Then I can heat this solution. Means heat చేస్తున్నా, హీట్ సప్లై చేస్తున్నా. హీట్ సప్లై చేసినప్పుడు ఇంకో 10 grams యాడ్ చేసినా కానీ అది కూడా ఏమైందంటే డిజాల్వ్ అయిపోయింది. మీన్స్ యాక్చువల్గా దాని సాచురేట్ లెవెల్ ఎంత 50 grams. సో ద సొల్యూషన్ ఇన్ విచ్ సొల్యూట్ కెన్ బి డిజాల్వ్ మోర్ దాన్ ఇట్స్ సాచురేట్ లెవెల్. ఇన్ సాచురేట్ లెవెల్ 50 grams, but more than saturated level 50. 60, 70, 80 గ్రామ్స్ వరకు షుగర్ని డిజాల్వ్ చేసుకుంది. ఎప్పుడు ఇంక్రీజింగ్ ద టెంపరేచర్ అండ్ ఆల్సో ప్రెషర్. సో ఫస్ట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ సొల్యూషన్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ సూపర్ సాచురేటెడ్ సొల్యూషన్, రైట్. Next classification, fourth one, based upon the number of components present in that solution, the solutions are classified into two types: binary solution and also ternary solution. Okay, based on number of components present in a solution, the solution can be classified into two types. First one is binary solution. Binary solution means it contains only two components. Two components means sugar solution. Sugar solution. In the sugar solution, sugar is the solute and water is the solvent. This is the one of the component, this is the another component. Only two components present in the solution. This is called a binary solution. Salt solution, salt plus water. And second one is the ternary solution. Ternary solution means the solution which contains three components. Such type of solutions are called ternary solutions. Means two different salts can be dissolved in water. For example, salt plus sugar plus water. Okay. Here three components are there. Here you can observe that one thing, any solution containing only one solvent. Okay, here solvent is water, only one solvent is present. Any solution which containing only one solvent, right. Next, fifth classification, based on relative amount of solute present in a given solution. Here diluted solutions and also concentrated solution. Okay, first one is the diluted solutions. Means the solution in which relatively less amount of solute is present. Such type of solution is called diluted solution. The solution in which relatively less amount of solute is present, okay, is called diluted solution. Okay, and second one is the concentrated solution. Solution which relatively more amount of solute, okay, is present. That is called concentrated solution. So I just explained these terms by using the one of the example. For example, you have taken that H2SO4 plus water. Okay, here water 20 ml of H2SO4 present in 100 ml of water. Another 40 ml of H2SO4 present in 100 ml of water. So just compare these two. Which one is the concentrated? Means the solution in which relatively more amount of solute is present. So in these two cases, here 20 ml of H2SO4 present, here 40 ml of H2SO4 present. So more quantity means this is the concentrated solution. This is the less quantity, so it's called diluted solution, right?